Welcome back to the show. We're still joined by head men's basketball coach Ben Miller. Coach, you have 7 seniors on your team, including an 8th person, your manager, Mason Mullins, and then you have 2 in the starting lineup. So how much experience has played into the success of this season, or their experience played into the success of this season, and what does it mean for you as a coach to have this type of success with such a large group of seniors?
Well, they say, and it's so true, that there's no substitute for experience. You know, last year we had one senior, Blair Broom, who was here for the reunion. It was great to see him, but having 7 seniors makes coaching a heck of a lot easier. You know, 2 senior captains with Griffin and Ben Jacob. Their leadership's been tremendous. You know, along with Reggie, who's been with us forever and has done a good job for us off the bench. Him and Cody really have been great role players for us, bringing a lot to the team. And then, you know, guys like James McGee has really stepped up. He's been with us 5 years. His leadership's been tremendous. He doesn't see a lot of game action, but he brings it every day in practice. And he's just really taken ownership and leadership of that scout team, which is so valuable. And then you got guys like Rob Brown, who just works his butt off every day in practice. Courtney Pulley, who unfortunately wasn't eligible to play this year, but he's still helping us out as a student assistant. And you know, Mason Mullins, who's on our staff, he's one of our assistant coaches, is a senior this year. He's been tremendous for 4 years. So as a coach, it doesn't get any better than that, and I'm just trying to enjoy every day with these guys.
Well, let's talk about a few individuals that have played big roles for you this season, starting with Ben Jacobs. He comes off the bench in all but one game this season, still ranks 4th on your team with 12.4 points per game in just less than 24 minutes on the court. What makes Ben such an effective player for you, and do you put him among the best 6 men in the nation?
He's got to be up there. He's so efficient with what he does. There's not a lot of wasted movement or motion, but I think he's in the top 2 or 3, along with Brandon Winford, in field goal percentage. So he's scoring those 12 points on not many shots, but obviously he's not the most athletic guy out there, but he's so smart and crafty with his footwork and his shot fakes, and just being in the right place at the right time. He gets a lot done and gets the maximum out of his abilities.
Well, another guy that's really shown his true colors during the league portion of your schedule is Quamaine Rose. He averages 17 points per game against PBC opponents this season. Talk about Q's progression as a player from his freshman season up until now and what that's meant to the team.
Well, from day one, and even going back to high school, Q has always played with tremendous effort, probably as much as any player I've coached in 20-plus years. You know, his heart, his competitiveness is second to none. I think he's gotten much better with his decision-making. He gets a little wild sometimes. And, you know, but I can live with some of the between-the-legs passes or floaters in the lanes. He hit a big one against Flagler that put us up, I think. But you know, because he plays so hard. You know, he's just got a huge heart. And I think along with Griffin and Ben, he's really stepped up into a leadership role for this team with his effort, his courage, and his team-first attitude.
Well, the Braves have a 1-game lead in the PBC East and trail Montevallo by a couple of games in the race for the league's regular season title. What are some of the keys for your team over the last 7 games of the regular season?
One thing we've done a fairly good job, but we've got to continue, is just trying to get better today. You know, yesterday maybe we had a great win or maybe a tough loss, but what do we got to do to get better today? And if we stay in the moment with practice, with drills, with possession by possession, you know, I think, you know, we'll have a chance to keep improving.
Well, home court advantage has seemed to work considerably in your favor this year. UNCP leads the league in both home attendance and per game average in 2014-15, and the Braves are 11-1 inside the English E. Jones Center. What does that energy of the home crowd do for your team on the court?
Well, it's the best environment in the Peach Belt, and I've had visiting coaches, referees. They enjoy coming here because of the environment. It's you know, there's some schools with bigger gyms and, you know, higher seating capacity, but there's no environment like the Jones Center. You know, our students, the community people, guys like Mickey and his buddies, you know, really set the tone and bring so much energy to our guys, especially at the defensive end. And I think our fans have started to appreciate what we do defensively, and the crowd can really give us energy to help get us over the hump in some close games.
Well, you've had the luxury of having not just or of having two of your former coaches on the sideline with you this year, two former players on the sideline coaching with you this year. Excuse me. But your father, a legendary coach in his own right, has been with you all season long. Talk about your coaching staff and what they bring to the table in regards of success.
Well, I can say it without hesitation. I feel like I've got the best staff in the country. It's the best staff I've been a part of. You know, when I got two former players like Drew and Cortez that know me and know our system, and we're such great players and teammates. And along with having, you know, Dad's experience and leadership too, and Mason Mullins, you know, adds so much to our staff as well. I'm blessed, you know, along with our student assistants, I feel have the best staff I've ever been a part of.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach, for being on the show with us today.
Thank you, Jenna.
And good luck with the rest of the season. And we are going to take our next commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to be previewing the upcoming golf season with head coach David Sinan. So stay tuned.